all. Myself, Dr. Rajeshri Mahajan from College of Engineering, Pune, and I will be presenting a paper which is paper ID 523. Uh, yeah. So let us start with the presentation. The name of the topic is Performance Analysis and Implementation of Adaptive Protocols of IoT Environment, which is the topic for of my student who has done MTech under me, Subodh Bansode, myself Rajeshri Mahajan, and there is one more faculty, Vibha Vyas madam, uh, who are the authors of this paper. We all three are from College of Engineering, Pune. The contents of this particular presentation is as follows. Initially, there is introduction, literature survey, then about the protocol which is being implemented, then the protocol which is implemented for IoT, results, conclusion, and references. Introduction. Now, we know that IoT is a very emerging field and it is requiring more and more data transmission from source to destination. Nowadays, we are struggling to have multimedia transmission in through IoT, and for that there is a need of specially designed protocols. But there are various challenges associated with this implementation. That is, the IoT environment is heterogeneous environment. Uh, High data rate are always required. Human interference is not there. Complex exchange of item functions are there, and all IoT nodes are power constraints. So these are the major challenges which have has to be faced for multimedia protocols. Now, for making the multimedia related protocols efficient, so many literature is available. So, in 2017, O. Said and his team has worked on some additional fields to be added in RTP and RTCP headers, real time protocol and real time control protocol, so that there will be more efficient utilization of the available protocols for transmission of media. In 2014, M.A. Hawk has worked on various processes related to traffic planning and multimedia content adaptation. In 2017, A. Mondal and his team has worked on a viscous layer on the top of UDP, which is between application and transport layer, for end-to-end reliability and congestion management. In 2018, D.L. Bana and and Y. Wang has worked on a Flexi Link, which is a TDM protocol, and there was evaluation of efficiency of video streaming applications over wireless network using COAP, that is constraint application protocol between the devices. In 2019, there was some incorporation of the algorithm which was based on AODV. In 2018, there was a comparison of many techniques like low complexity and use of Kuja simulator to conduct those experiments. But all these implementation of multimedia was inefficient, and it was causing certain errors while transmission of the multimedia packets. Now, for real-time applications, we cannot go for TCP and UDP because they are having unforeseeable latency and availability. For that, we have to go for RTP, which is real-time protocol, which is a theme protocol that supports real-time property applications, including timing restoration, loss detection, pro- uh, protection and data identification applications. Now, this is a typical header format, or we can say a payload format for RTP, where there is presence of UDP also, but in the sub part of that, we are having RTP header and RTP payload, which is the actual data transmission. This is a header format for RTP, where you can see that we have to give certain versions, we have to give sequence number, we have to give timestamp, and you have to give the source and destination identifiers. Now, this is IoT RTP, which is having some changes in the or modifications in the header format so that it will be applicable for IoT applications. We will discuss them one after another. So, what are the additional fields? One field is related to energy consumption. So here you can see critical energy level. It is for energy consumption, and this field is added, included in IoT RTP for every node in the multimedia session to record the energy level of that particular packet. Secondly, we have to also give the type of the thing that has been connected. Now, in traditional IoT, there are few active devices and few are passive nodes. So, we have to give which one is passive and which one is active, so that there will be lesser burden on the available protocol. You have to again tell about the thing state, whether it is alive or sleeping or failing. So if it is alive, then you have to give kids in the alive state, and that way it will consume more power. If it is sleeping state, then it will consume lesser power, and that will again help to increase the efficiency of overall protocol and the system. Again, a few packets in the transmission of multimedia, they are having less priority, few are having more priority. So we can add one field which will be related to priority of the multimedia sources. Next is adaptation strategy, uh, which is similar to your priority. Uh, So there should be a multimedia session separated into basic sessions, and each multimedia flow is given with some priority. Now, considering all these things, NS2 is utilized for developing a IoT network comprising of 100 nodes, and that network is heterogeneous network where all types of nodes are present. Few are mobile and few are they are with constant speed. Now, after developing this, IoT RTP protocol has been implemented, and the results are tested. What the results are: end-to-end latency, that is time required for transmission from source to destination, throughput, energy consumption, and packet loss. All these are calculated. Now, this is a particular graph for end-to-end relay, where we are comparing IoT RTP and the traditional RTP. So, end-to-end delay has been decreased. You can see there is decrement in this end-to-end delay, and it is 0.06 milliseconds, which is very less as compared to traditional RTP. Then there is a throughput. You can see the throughput is more as compared to the traditional RTP. Energy consumption, there is energy consumption has been reduced due to the utilization of IoT RTP. And packet loss, even the packet loss has been reduced due to the implementation of IoT RTP. Based on this, there are conclusions like IoT RTP is basically breaking down the multimedia session into smaller parts and transmission of those packets one after another. For that, you have to add few additional fields which will give better performance, and the results show that IoT RTP is outperforming as compared to traditional RTP. These are the results which are mostly from IEEE and IEEE transactions. Thank you for nice listening, and thank you for giving me opportunity to share my PPTs as well as to present myself.